Air Marshal Terence Sherry, Minister SB Moyo. Where is Walter Muzembe? Don't forget my blessing Ali. This government, mama, is corrupt and bloodthirsty. No to clueless government, sex for Mr. Appointments. No to gold mafia. Even you, Prophet Angel, you a criminal.
Dear Zimbabweans, we meet on this sunny Saturday for us to give each other the latest feedback on the political developments in our country. Beforehand, let me tell you in advance that no matter the shenanigans of the enemies of our people are doing, KB3 is going to be defeated. Get this from me. I am not giving you false hope, as those pro-Zvigananda and Emerson Mnangagwa agitators are saying. The facts on the table speaks for themselves. The nation is not going to accept this. All the national forces opposed to this nonsense will never accept this thing to pass. It will not go anywhere. I think you have realized by yourselves that this week the debate in Parliament shifted from the stupid, bullish behavior of Jacob Mdenda to a properly structured debate in our House of Assembly. You realized that those who know why they have been elected to be in Parliament rose in defense of the people's sentiments. You have realized that the conspiracy that has been hedged by Shengezo Chavangu, Zyambe, and Jacob Mdenda dramatically collapsed during this second week of the debate of the KB3 in Parliament. Their modus operandi and tactic was that they wanted exactly what transpired during the period of the consultative processes in the country to also manifest in Parliament. Jacob Mdenda, Chavangu, and Zyambe wanted complete and absolute confusion in Parliament. They wanted to create chaos where even members of Parliament that were opposed to this bill were going to be assaulted the moment they leave Parliament going back home. That was the plan of Jacob Mdenda. That's why you realize that on the first week of the debate, all those who have been opposed to KB3, they've been throttled to express their own sincere views against this constitutional amendment. Like what I told you some time in the past, Mdenda was even invited by Emerson Mnangagwa and warned that the way how he is conducting parliamentary business, after Mnangagwa heard one of my audios that I addressed the people of Zimbabwe, where I laid bare Jacob Mdenda's evil doings and said, see, you are arming our enemies for them to attack us and also to discredit this process. And the true to fact, Jacob Mdenda is said to have just blinkered his eyes when he could not defend his behavior in Parliament, when he could not defend the way he was conducting public business in Parliament. That is when you realize that this week, all the members of Parliament who were opposed to KB3 were able to put across their views to the audience of the whole world. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, for standing on the side of the people. We thank you. We don't have much to really offer you, for we do not have gold or silver, but you shall be remembered in the history of our nation that you stood with the poor and the downtrodden, that you stood with the oppressed masses of our people. So thank you, honorable members of parliament. Thank you very much, my young brother Agent Gumbo. Thank you very much, Matswanyika. Thank you, Chigumbu. Thank you, Glady Khachwayo. Thank you, my guru, Linet Kareni Kore, for standing like a phoenix in parliament and expressed the will of the masses of our people. Joanna Mamombenda and many more whom I will not finish to mention by their names. We honor you, because you have delivered the sentiments of the masses of our people. But however, even whenever something good is happening, enemies will always emerge. You have heard those people who are jealous of the performance of the members of our parliament, who worked on the principle of defending the political space that is available for them to express themselves. They are saying, no, that was grandstanding. Those members of parliament, they should have long left parliament. But we could not have heard those voices that have spoken the language of the people. We could not have heard our voices being heard in parliament in opposition to KB3. So where others have tried and put their efforts, we must not undermine the efforts of the progressive forces in our nation. So to all those who are throwing negative aspersions against our members of parliament who stood for the common good of our people, you can go to hell. You are the ones who are working behind the back with this Gananda and Emerson Mnangagwa to make sure that the voices who are opposed to this bill are not heard. What we want are those people who stand firm against all odds, against the oppression that is happening in our country at the present moment. So we thank you for the good job that you have done. However, there is now a huge internal turmoil within the ZANU-PF camp. The members of parliament of ZANU-PF is that their souls have become so cheap to be bought by $10,000. They are saying, how would we be asked to support this nonsensical bill after we have been given merely $10,000? They also understand that Pupurato Garepi is getting other huge amounts of money behind their back. So Garepi is getting money from Shikananda for him to whip each and every ZANU-PF member of parliament to vote for this bill. That's why you realize that their noise this week has subsided and they've been allowing those opposed to the bill to speak their minds out. It is an internal implosion that is happening within the ZANU-PF caucus. It's not a caucus but a circus. In the ZANU-PF circus, there are currently conflicts. They are saying Watengesi wakaita sana machuma chuma Susan Matsunge vari kupiwa ma-GD6 nama $50,000, and these other ZANU-PF moron whom we don't know from Manicaland called whatever their name, I can't remember it. Yesterday, one of the Ganandas, Chivayo, announced that she is going to get $50,000 and also a GD6. They are saying those from the opposition are getting $50,000 and a GD6, and you are giving us $10,000 to support this shit. So they are no longer interested for them to be used for the purpose of benefiting Zigananda and Emerson Mnangagwa's project, whose main agenda is to prolong the looting of our national resources and the oppression of the masses of our people. They are rejecting to say You want me to prolong this so that you get more tenders and get billions of dollars at our own expense? They are so angry and bitter that this weekend, why they postponed the voting this week, is that they are planning to top up more money this weekend to grease the ZANU-PF members of parliament to their satisfaction. But the main bone of contention between these fighting forces within the imploding ZANU-PF is that all the members of ZANU-PF are demanding GD6 and also 50,000 US dollars that was given to the sellers from Chavangu's party to also get the same and equal amount of money. That is the GD6 and the 50,000 US dollars. So they are trying to mop up resources during this weekend to fulfill that which I think they will fail. For the resources are now being demanded. Many people want to eat during the process of the passing of this bill. So be reassured, again, before I close this address today, this thing, this animal called KB3 will be finally defeated. It is not going anywhere. The confusion that I've told you that is happening in the camp of our enemies is a cause for us to celebrate. We must be happy that the enemies are fighting among themselves for the second need of more money and more resources at the expense of the masses of our people. Abasha KB3, Abasha Shigananda, failure, they shall. KB3 will not succeed. I thank you.